What if I told you you can use one card to inflict 8,200 damage to your opponent? Yep, unfortunately that's true, because there's a new Snake Eye FTK in Phantom Nightmare. So in order to achieve this FTK, we're going to be using some new cards out of Phantom Nightmare, 2 of them to be exact. One of them is Snake Eye's Populace, one of the better cards released in the set. Probably going to be a secret rare. This card, if it's added to the hand, you can special summon it, and when it leaves the field to the graveyard, you can place it in your spell trap zone, which is very, very good for Snake Eyes in general, but also it is a great enabler for this combo, and it makes it a 1-card combo using any Snake Eye monster. And also, we're going to be using the new mysterious Master Duel exclusive now in the OCG as well, Promethean Princess, which is a level 3 fire that special summons a fire monster from your graveyard. Now, as a disclaimer, this is extremely toxic. I'm not going to be playing it, but I did think you guys would be interested to know that this is possible and to show that Phantom Nightmare does have a few good cards in its card pool. And another thing when it comes to FTKs, FTKs usually build the deck around the FTK itself and do play some bricks in order to achieve it. This is the case with this FTK as well, so take everything here with a grain of salt, but it is pretty cool and extremely funny, so check it out. So let's get down to business. The 1-card combo is Snake Eye Ash, a super rare from Age of Overlord, part of the Snake Eye archetype. When normal is special summoned, you can add 1 level 1 fire monster from your deck to your hand, and we're adding the new Snake Eye Populace releasing in Phantom Nightmare, and because it was added to the hand, you can activate the effect to special summon it. Now, if it's special summoned, or normal summoned for that extent, you can add a Snake Eyes spell or trap from the deck to the hand. So, now that we have these two, we can go into Linkaribu, and of course Populace leaving the field can now place itself in the spell and trap zone. Now we go ahead, use the effect of Snake Eye Ash to send itself and another card you control to summon a Snake Eye monster from the deck. And we're summoning Snake Eye Oak, another Snake Eye card that was released already in Age of Overlord. If it's normal special, you can target 1 fire monster in the graveyard or that is banished, add it to your hand or special summon it. So we're going to be special summoning Snake Eye Ash, now activating the effect, sending it and another monster we control to summon a Snake Eye monster from the deck. And that is going to be the big boy, the Flameberg Dragon. Now, we're going to use the effect, targeting the Populace to place it from the graveyard to the spell and trap zone. And then we're going to be using the Sinful Spoils. This is why it's so good, because it gives you a free card to send, so you don't need to get rid of your own monsters. We send it as cost to special summon a level 1 fire monster from the deck. And that is going to be the next line of play and the next archetype that we use here, which is going to be Volcanic Rimfire. Now, Volcanic Rimfire has been released in Legendary Duelist 10, Soul Burning Volcano, as the new wave of volcanic support. And we're going to be special summoning it from the deck using the original Sinful Spoils. Now, we are going to be resolving, turning all 3 into another new card from Phantom Nightmare, Promethean Princess Bestower of Flames. This card is very good. The relevant effect here is that you cannot special summon monsters except fire monsters while this monster is on the field, and it's a monster reborn for fire monsters from your graveyard. Now, we have a few triggers in the graveyard. We have Rimfire. When it is sent to the graveyard, you can choose one of the effect. We're going to banish it and send one volcanic monster from the deck to the graveyard. And then Flameberg, you can summon 2 fire monsters from the graveyard when it leaves the field. So we're going to be summoning the 2 Snake Eyes, we're going to banish the Rimfire, and then send the Trooper, another new card from Legendary Duelist 10. Now, we're going to use Promethean Princess to reborn the Trooper. Trooper is going to trigger here on summon, adding a volcanic card from the deck to the hand, and then we're going to be discarding the Emperor, another new card from Legendary Duelist 10, to summon a bomb token to our opponent's side of the field. Now, it's getting interesting, because now you're the FTK enabler of all times. Geonator Transverser is gonna come up in a second. So we discarded the Emperor here to place the token, and now we need to unlock ourselves from fire monsters, so we have to turn it into Amphibious Swarm Ship Amblo Whale, which is a Link 4 fire monster. So we can use these two, getting rid of the princess to unlock ourselves from fire, and then using these two monsters to make a Geonator Transverser, which requires to affect monsters. Now, we have the Emperor in the graveyard banishing 3 Pyro monsters to special summon itself, and then on summon, you can inflict damage to your opponent, 500 for each Pyro monster or Fire monster, for each banished Pyro monster. So we have 4, we banished Rimfire, now we have another 3 that we banished by its own effect. You can inflict that damage, which is going to be 2,000 life points, and set a Volcanic Trap card from the deck, and that is going to be Volcanic Emission. We're going to be using that in a second as well. Now, Transverser is going to switch between these two. You cannot get rid of this, so essentially Emperor is going to be right here, and the bomb token is on our field. Now for the weirdest play, we're going to make a Hida here, and we're going to be using the Hida and the Oak to special summon from the deck Awakening of the Possessed Greater Inari Fire. What is this card? You can special summon this card from your hand or deck by sending 1 face-up spellcaster and 1 face-up level 4 or lower fire monster. That was the bomb token and the Hida. This is a Charmer's card. This is why it does it, but it inherently special summons from the deck, which is crazy. When this card is special summoned, you can inflict damage equal to 1 original attack of your opponent's monster. Your choice. So we are going to inflict 3,100 damage to our opponent. And then basically we pass turn. The draw phase, we activate Volcanic Emission, which says target 1 Pyro monster on the field, inflict damage to your opponent equal to that monster's original attack, or if you're targeting a monster you control, the damage is half. So we are targeting the Volcanic Emperor here, inflicting another 3,100 life point damage to our opponent, which is more than enough for game. So this is the Snake Eye FTK using Volcanics as well. Pretty toxic, pretty cool, but again, it does require, you're probably going to see this running around, it does require a bunch of things that aren't really usable in the deck. Like if the Volcanic Engine, you want to be sending Rimfire to the graveyard and you want all the rest of the components in the deck as well. And of course, is this card, which you have to special summon either from the hand or deck, so it's fine to draw, but the Volcanic cards are going to be harder to get rid of if you need them in the graveyard and you need to summon them and lick them off. It's going to be a little bit of a different line. But this is a 1-card FTK from Snake Eye Ash, which is currently banished. I believe you might be able to do this with other cards, but it does require a specific line here. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below about this new FTK. Again, not endorsing it, but I thought it would be really cool and funny to see the creative ways that you can use cards, but also the fact that Geonator Transverser and summoning monsters to your opponent's field is always just going to be toxic and annoying. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.